Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jill here with That Homeschool Life, and today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 tips for a successful homeschool day. So stay tuned. Okay, you guys, so today's video is actually a collaboration, and the 2 hosts are Abby from Rooted in Rest and Jessica from The Waldock Way. So, okay, I'm just gonna hop right into it. So tip number 1 is start each day off right. Okay, so start your day off on the right foot, whether that means waking up early before the chaos, reading your Bible, prayer, doing those things for me drastically changed the way that my homeschool day goes. If I wake up after the kids and there's already chaos in the house and I don't get time to read my Bible or pray or just collect my thoughts or like anything like that, the day tends to be hectic. Like the whole day tends to follow that flow, and it's not great, and it's not the best atmosphere for homeschooling. So we thrive on like routine, but when our day is hectic, usually when I wake up late and all that, like I just said, those days just tend to be awful for us. Like I tend to be in a really bad mood, and it's like hard for me to like have patience with my kids and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't know. But when I start the day off by waking up, drinking my coffee by myself in peace, reading my Bible, having time to pray, and just listen to what the Lord is trying to say to me through what I'm reading or what I'm praying about. And those days just go so smooth. And I mean, it's just, I don't know what it is, but that's just how it is. Okay, so my second tip for you guys is to make sure everybody is well fed and satisfied, because when we try to start the day off and somebody's like hungry, or like everyone's hungry, or you know, like maybe we waited too long and now it's like time for lunch or a snack or whatever, if somebody's hungry or it throws everything off, okay? So like you'll be in the middle of trying to teach someone a lesson, and then someone's like, I'm hungry, and then they're like, I'm hungry too, and everyone's hungry, and then you have to stop what you're doing, and like it just throws it off. But if I make sure that everybody is fed and satisfied and like no one's gonna be hungry or anything like that, we can get so much done. And also children's brains just function so much better when they're not hungry. Like it's hard for them to concentrate, stay on task, like just understand what they're listening to. It's just hard for them to focus. Also, that goes for you mamas, because sometimes like I'm not a huge morning person, and sometimes I will realize like while I'm teaching a lesson, like I'll be getting like really impatient or something with my kids, and I'll realize like, oh my gosh, have I eaten today? And a lot of times it's like, oops, I forgot to eat. When I don't eat, I am just like, I get frazzled all of a sudden. Like I tend to not notice right away when I feel hungry. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, my head is like gonna explode. Like I'm starting to get a headache. I can't stand like all the noise, and I can't concentrate, and my patience is like, yeah, that's because I need to eat. So not just making sure your kids are fed, but making sure you're fed also. Tip number 3 is having everything ready for the day. So For me, that means making copies of what I need to make copies for, writing out what we're gonna do. I tend to plan like the night before what we're gonna do the next day. I'm not a long-term planner where I have like our whole quarter planned out or anything like that. I love to be more flexible, and that's part of my next tip. But so anyway, I plan like the night before, and I just take a look at where we're at and what we need to do the next day. And so I will, a lot of times like Sunday is when I'm making a lot of copies. I print out our week's worth of spelling pages on Sundays. I print out my daughter's math pages, because what she's using right now, I'm also gonna use it for my younger daughter. And so I don't want her writing on it. That way I can use it again. So I make copies for the week for that. So that I only have to, so that every single day I'm not like going to the printer and making a copy before she does math. I'm just doing it on Sunday and that's it. So I like to make sure that just all of the copies that I need made are made. And the night before, I like to clean up the dining table and just making sure everything's clean. And then I kind of like set out the first thing we're gonna do. Actually, now we have started doing morning basket finally, and it is such a blessing. We're loving doing it, and I'll probably do a video on that soon and how we're doing it and what we're using. But so now actually I set out like the first thing they're gonna do after morning basket, but when we wake up and after we eat, we sit on the couch and do morning basket time, and that has just been so nice. We've been loving it. My kids have been loving it. And then when we move to our bookwork at the table, it's already there. Everyone has their spot at the table and all their stuff is ready. Including like I sharpen pencils the night before and everything. In the past, when I have not gotten things ready, I would be like scrambling to find something, or if it wasn't convenient, like I would just tend to skip it. Like I would think in my head like, oh man, I have to go print a math page and blah, blah, blah. And then I'd be like, we'll just do math tomorrow. Literally, like we would skip things because I wasn't prepared. So that's why it has helped me so much and why I recommend it. Tip number 4, be flexible, people. Be flexible, because life. Am I right? What do I mean by be flexible? I mean, if you have your day planned out and your toddler is like teething, or your baby's teething, your toddler's just going through a crazy day, like didn't sleep the night before, I don't know, not napping, someone's sick, someone's just extra cranky, you didn't sleep good, you are having a bad day. So many different things can happen from day to day in our life, and we need to be flexible and we need to give ourselves grace. So I am very flexible, and it helps a lot. Like, for example, today, I have a million projects going on at my house right now, and I bought paint over the weekend, and my daughter's room really needed to be painted, and I have stuff everywhere because stuff is not in her room that belongs in her room. I say her, but it's 3 girls' room. Today, I decided, like, for my own sanity, I had projects to kind of finish and get done. So instead of like having those things on my mind and stressing me out and trying to get school done, I just decided, hey, we're not doing school today. And that's fine. I got my girl's room painted. I got to get so much stuff off my plate today that was kind of like weighing on me and like stressing me out, and it was just on my mind. And now tomorrow I'll be able to wake up and just get school done easily, and then I'll still have time to kind of do more projects. But today I needed to just take the day off. And there's nothing wrong with that. Do school year round so that we don't have a super tight, crazy schedule. I love to be able to be flexible. I love to take a week off whenever I want. I like to take a day off whenever I want or need to. We tend to just put movies on all day when someone's sick. You know, just little things like that. Just being flexible. Say you already start your school day and then you're like in this crazy mood, or one of your kids is in a crazy mood. Just pack it all up, put it away, and start again the next day, okay? I try not to obsess with checking off boxes. I love checking off boxes, but I don't let it like rule over me. So if I have boxes to check off, oh well. If the day is going bad, I just kind of close it up and we start over the next day. Sometimes it's not that bad, so I just kind of send everyone outside to play and then we finish later or whatever. But same thing, that's flexibility. It's tip number 5, don't push anybody past their limits. So what I don't mean like never push anybody or never like challenge your kids or anything like that. Like my kids actually thrive when they're being challenged. If they're not being challenged, they are dreadfully bored and they don't want to do their school. So that's not what I mean. I think kids need to be challenged for sure. And a lot of times, you know, when your kid is saying like they can't do something or they don't want to do something, you know they can do it. So that's not what I mean. What I mean is like, say it's mainly for younger kids. I'm schooling younger kids. So my oldest is in 3rd grade and I have a 2nd grader and a kindergartner. And now I'm starting to do like little tot school stuff with my 2-year-old. And I can just tell when my kids are done or when they need a break. And I don't push them past that point. Because I don't think that they learn anything when they're being pushed past that point, like when they are just done, or like they're really needing a break, like they're restless sitting there and they can't stay still any longer, or they can't write one more sentence, or they can't keep reading, like they are just like, oh my gosh, like, you know when your kid needs a break. Don't keep pushing it, because that's not how you foster a love of learning. Kids learn so well through play in the beginning of their life, like their, you know, first 10 years of life. Like playing is so good for them, and just like free play, like make-believe, and just being creative, crafting, drawing, like whatever. My kids, they go outside and they make their own like mud bakeries and stuff like that, and they love doing that. That's when they're happiest. So anyway, if we're like doing bookwork, or say like I'm having my 2-year-old say the alphabet or point to the letters and say what they are or what sound they make, I can just tell when she's had enough and I'm done. I don't keep pushing it. My kindergartner, I can tell when she literally can't read another page, and so I say, okay, good job, you read enough, good job, you did so well, we'll read more later or tomorrow, blah blah blah. I don't keep saying, oh, can you just read one more page? And because that, they're gonna be so burnt out and not even want to do school if they're constantly being forced to like keep going when they feel like they can't, or when they need to just get up and move or wiggle or scream or whatever. Okay, my cat is like being psycho in the kitchen right now. It's very distracting. Okay, so I felt like I was gonna elaborate more on that. Okay, so something that goes along the lines with like not pushing past limits is kind of knowing like when your child learns best. Like my kindergartner does the best like right when she wakes up, so I make sure I do stuff with her first so that she can go off and play the rest of the day when I'm working with the older kids whose lessons take a lot longer. My son, who's in 3rd grade, he loves staying up late past the girls' bedtime and doing schoolwork. So everybody is just so different, and knowing your kids and just knowing when they thrive, like what time of day they really thrive, that is very helpful. If you have someone that's totally struggling, like try schooling them at a different time of day and just see if that helps. But anyway, I think that about sums it up for me. So don't forget to check the playlist in the description, because there's going to be a lot of mamas that join this collaboration, but mainly the host is Abby and Jessica from Rooted in Rest and the Waldock Way, and they are going to be hosting something like this once a month, and anyone that joins will be added to the playlist. And so make sure you check that out, because I'm sure there's going to be so much amazing wisdom from all of these ladies that join. And hey, so thank you guys, and please don't forget to subscribe. I'm kind of starting all over here on this channel because I have another channel that I do like cleaning and decluttering on, and that's how I started out, and then I decided to branch off and make a channel just for homeschooling content and family type content. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet, and give me a thumbs up if you liked today's video, and I look forward to putting out more content for you guys. I love inspiring homeschooling mamas, mamas that may be thinking about homeschooling that don't homeschool yet. I love being an inspiration and being like, I don't know, someone that anybody can come and talk to and ask questions. You can find me on Instagram. Instagram name is athomewithjill, and I will answer any DMs, so I'm able to like chat with anybody that chats with me. I'm not too like overwhelmed by messages at this point. So yeah, I would love to connect with you guys, and yeah, I look forward to having y'all join my journey here. And go ahead and leave me a comment below if you're new to my channel, and I would like to welcome you personally. So anyway, thank you guys, have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.